Today we're counting down the top 10 signature spells in Oathbreaker that can tutor. Remember, in Oathbreaker we have an instant or sorcery in the command zone called our signature spell. We can cast it as long as we control our Planeswalker Oathbreaker. And being able to tutor up whatever we need with our signature spell can be very powerful. This list only includes cards that tutor things to our hand, not to our graveyard and not to the battlefield. I'll save those cards for future videos. Number 10, Shared Summons for 3 green. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards with different names. Reveal them and put them into your hand. And it's an instant, so it can be cast on our opponent's turn. At 5 mana, this is not going to be the most powerful option. It's a decent casual option. It's solid in a very creature-heavy deck, or a creature toolbox deck, or a deck that combos with 2 specific creatures. Number 9, Sarkhan's Triumph for 2 red. Search your library for a dragon creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and this one's an instant too. Obviously, this is only going to be good in a dragon deck, so there's not much to say about it. Let's move on to number 8, Search for Glory for 2 white. Search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or a saga card. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. You gain 1 life for each snow mana spent to cast this spell. It's not the most efficiently costed card in the world, but it's surprisingly versatile. It can get a snow land if you need another land, a legendary card including creatures, and don't forget Planeswalkers are legendary also. I think that's one of the places this card shines. Planeswalker Tribal, Super Friends. Number 7, Steel Shaper's Gift for a single white mana. Search your library for an equipment card, reveal that card, and put it into your hand. That's right, another tutor for a very specific type of deck. There's only a couple Oathbreakers that want this, but the ones that do really want it. Number 6, Eladamri's Call for green-white. Search your library for a creature card, reveal that card, and put it into your hand, and this one is also an instant. 2 mana is cheap enough that sometimes you'll be able to cast the creature that you searched for the same turn, which is an extremely powerful option to have. Number 5, Gamble. For a single red mana, search your library for a card and put it into your hand. Then discard a card at random. Whoever was in charge of naming this card was on point. This is definitely a gamble. As red really doesn't have much for tutors, this is a surprisingly common signature spell. Now for number 4, I kinda cheated. I picked 3. They're all part of the same cycle. They're all instants for 1 mana that search up a specific type of card and put it on your library. Mystical Tutor searches up instants or sorceries, Enlightened Tutor searches enchantments or artifacts, and Worldly Tutor, my favorite, searches up creatures. Obviously, each is a good signature spell in a very specific type of deck. They get big bonus points if your Planeswalker can draw you cards, which allows you to get it the same turn, or if your Planeswalker has something to do with the top card of your library. Number 3, Gifts Ungiven, an instant for 3 blue. Search your library for up to 4 cards with different names and reveal them. Target opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest into your hand. Now this is an interesting one. I don't think you want this in a combo deck in case they discard your combo pieces, you know? But other than that, it has a lot of potential. Getting 2 great cards for 4 mana is a great deal. I want to mention Intuition here too. It's less mana, but it only gets you 1 card, so I didn't actually put it on the list. Also, it's $150, so it's out of most people's budgets. But it's a lot like Gifts Ungiven and it's probably really good. Number 1 and number 2 were a toss-up. I could have switched these around easily, but I put number 2 as Vampiric Tutor, an instant for a single black mana. Search your library for a card, then shuffle and put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life. This is the black one from that previous cycle that I showed. But since it can get anything, I thought it should have its own slot. It is a lot better than those ones. The downside though is losing 2 life hurts more in Oathbreaker than it does in Commander because we start with only 20 life instead of 40. That's why I gave the number 1 spot to Demonic Tutor. For 2 mana, search your library for a card and put it into your hand. That's right, no messing around with putting it on top of your library or paying life or whatever. Just a simple, efficient tutor, just the way Richard Garfield intended it. If you enjoy Oathbreaker content, hit that like button, and you can subscribe for even more. There aren't too many of us excited about the format, so I'd love to have you. In any case, thanks a lot for watching, and have a wonderful day.